Let me ask you a question. Which one of these is not just a mask? Hey everyone, I'm Onua, and in today's video we're taking a look at the Transformers Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee 2-in-1. Mask or robot, I guess. First, we will take a look at the box. For the box, try and open window here, revealing some details on the inside, like a rhino and a dinosaur. But yeah, on the front we got a kid wearing the mask, as well as this weird looking figure, which I didn't know why they were putting that on the box at first, but you will see soon. We got Bumblebee on the side there, Autobot Bumblebee. Says Transformers along the side, and I'm going to go aerial for a second. Transformers Rise of the Beast there at the top. On the side of the box we just got an Autobot symbol, as well as that weird figure again. Who is he? Come around to the other side, we got a picture of Bumblebee. On the top of the box, got the kid wearing the mask again, as well as another picture of Bumblebee, Transformers Rise of the Beast. On the back, we got Autobot Bumblebee. We got the mask, the weird figure, and 15 steps. 2-in-1. Down here we just have warnings and words, and on the bottom we have words and our barcode. So that's it for the box. So here we have the Transformers Rise of the Beast Bumblebee mask. So bringing it in, you can take a look. He's quite big for my setup. We're going to try and keep him all in frame, but we got some nice red there for the Autobot symbol, as well as some light gray and silver for around the eyes and on the mouth. We got a nice strap for putting on the mask, and on the inside it does have a little nose guard so it doesn't hurt your face. This is made out of kind of rubber, it feels like. I do feel that they made it stick out a bit too far. Focus on what I want. There we go. I do feel they made that stick out too far, because whenever you wear this, that does push down on your nose pretty hard and kind of uncomfortable. But yeah, you can see a lot of kibbly bits in there. You know, like right there's a foot and right there's a hand, so what is going on? But yeah, there's that. Out of the box, these earpieces are not attached. They come separately on the bottom of the inner packaging part, and you just click them into place. They tab in 2 spots, then they just hold them pretty securely. Like this whole thing pretty strong. Don't force it too much, but pretty durable. I feel like some of it's made out of PVC, so pretty strong plastic. And because I really have nothing else to compare it to, I do have this, I believe, Transformers Dark of the Moon Bumblebee Halloween mask that I got a few years back, and time has not been very kind to this guy during like moving and stuff. But so here's just how they look side by side, just because. One thing to note is that this one has like a little guard for around your eyes, whereas this one only has that little thing for on your nose. And then also has a 3-way straps instead of the 1 strap. But yeah, so there's that. So moving on to transformation, yeah, what transformation? Yeah, this thing transforms. I did not expect that whenever I first saw it. But so to transform this guy, we want to flip the mask upside down. we want to come to this tab here and we want to pull up Bumblebee's head. It'll kind of thump into place. Gonna try and keep this in frame. We want to take these jaw pieces and bring them up and create his shoulder pads. We then come to here and there are 2 tabs you just want to pull out. Don't worry, he did not break. That is the sound of the ratchet. That is in his armpit. But so bringing it out, that tab goes into the hole right there, and then this tab goes into that slot right there by the fist. So we just bring that up, and then we do the other side the same way. We just untab it. Okay, so you untab it, and you move him up on his very strong armpit ratchets. But so now you got him looking like that. We then take these gray pieces and we flip them to the insides, like fold them back. We then want to come to the top of the head and want to separate it from this brow region. A lot of things tab in very tight, but it makes sense because you put this on your face. But we just hinge that down after untabbing it. Same on this side. It just has these 2 tabs that go into that port there and that port there. But we bring those back and we bring this whole thing up. You want to align the strap up with the inner body here. And then you just bring all this up just like that, and it'll have 2 tabs right there, that'll go into slots here and here. You tab those into place, flip those back. So now you're left with this. So from here, we want to come to the legs and we want to bring the brow pieces down, like so. We want to come to the back part and we want to flip this panel up as far as it'll go. We want to rotate this part forward and then hinge it down. Again, very strong ratchets. And then for the foot, it's on a ball joint, so we bring it up, we rotate it 180, and then just bring it down on the swivel right there. And once all that's done, you just take the hip and you shimmy it up like that. And there we have a leg all done. Second leg is done the same. Flip up the tab, rotate the knee, straighten the knee, lift up the foot, rotate the foot, rotate the ankle, shimmy the whole thing up, and see if you can get him to stand. He's actually not that hard to get to stand. But yeah. Then for finishing the arms, we want to bring down the armpits. We'll bring them down, and then you can bend his arm and bring it forward, or bring that down, and you could just leave his arm like that. So he's got kind of that stance going on, or you can bend it and rotate it forward a bit more. So he's like that. And there we have Masked Bumblebee in his robot mode. And this guy is big. He stands at about a foot tall. So he's really stretching the limits of where I can get him in frame. But I'll bring him in so we can take a look at the details. On his head, we get some of that light gray silvery color as well as some light blue for the eyes. No paint for his little Autobot symbol. The paint here on the chest is the same as what was on the mouth cover, but now it actually just looks like a chest. Like, you would not think that was the mouth cover, which is very neat. His hands are just done in black plastic, and forearms in light gray. There. Got some silver for his inner thighs, and then that's pretty much it. Articulation for him. There's nothing at the head. You can kind of wiggle it back, forward and back, and push it down if you want to be peeking out his chest like, hello. But, yeah, that. His arms on a strong, semi-strong ratchet here in the armpit at the shoulder, so you can move those up and down. You also get a ratchet here at the shoulder, so you can rotate his arm back that far and forward that far. His elbows are on a hinge and swivel, so you can rotate his arm a little bit, and then you can also bend his arm, which will then allow you to rotate his elbow even more. Nothing at his hands, they are just stuck in place. Nothing at the waist. For his hips, they are on massive ball joints, so you can get him to kick that far. Bump the camera. Get him to kick that far back. If you move this, you could probably, if you move that panel, you could get him to kick further back. Moving his legs out to the sides, you can't really do that because this bit right here stops him. But you can kind of move that, and transformation range, you can bring his legs down, which can allow you to move his leg out further, so you can get some high kicks. Bring that back down, bring that back up. You do get some wiggle in it. For his knees, you can rotate him at the knees. If you hinge him at the knee, which is about that far, on a very strong ratchet, I'm very sorry. But if you bend his knee a bit, you can get his knee to do a full 360. Bring that back. And then for his ankle, it is on a ball joint, so you can tilt his feet. And you can even rotate them and bend them up and down. And this transformation hinge does allow you to move his foot out further if you needed it, like if he broke his leg, I guess. But yeah, that is it for his articulation. And there you go. That was the Transformers Rise of the Beast Bumblebee mask. Very impressed with this figure. I mean, it looks really good as a mask and pretty decent as a robot. I was not expecting him to look as good as he does. I really like the design of him, and think he is really cool. I would definitely recommend picking one up just to add to the collection if you like the odd Transformers that they make. And yeah, very cool. So that does it for this video review for the Transformers Rise of the Beast Bumblebee mask. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like on it, and if you find yourself coming back to my channel quite often and watching more of my videos, please do subscribe. It'll help me out a lot and show me that you're all interested in my videos. And yeah, so thank you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Onua out.